Hello lawn mowing people. What I'm going to talk about today is why I love small lawns. Now when I started lawn mowing, I really didn't care about the lawns that I got. Big lawns, small lawns, flat lawns, bumpy lawns. I loved them all. they were they were lawns and I wanted money. So I was just happy to be self-employed and happy to be earning a buck. But as time went by, I started wanting bigger and better things. I wanted bigger lawns. I wanted better lawns. I wanted more than a simple lawn mowing business. I wanted an empire. I firmly set my sights on world domination. And I'm only half joking there. Now, my first thoughts were that if I buy larger equipment, then that's going to make me more money. And to a degree, that's right. But there are some things that didn't quite work out the way I thought they would. So what I did is I bought larger gear. I bought ride-ons. I bought self-propelled mowers. I bought different bits and pieces to do these larger jobs, and then I started trying to get more money earning doing these larger jobs, and that went okay for a while. And then I thought to myself, well, why don't I employ a whole lot of people, and then I can sit there on my ride-on and do these large jobs and manage everybody else using the phone and take all incoming calls and everything like that. So it sounded like a brilliant idea at the time. So I went ahead and started employing people. Now, once I had 5 vehicles on the road and I had, I think, five workers and a part-timer, I started to see the holes in my plan. Um, there always seemed to be some kind of fire that needed putting out. There always seemed to be some kind of breakdown. The gear, we were going through the gear at about twice the rate that we were when I was doing it by myself. In fact, I even put a bounty on the front of the mowers. If they could work without dinging the front of the mower for a certain amount of time, I'd give them $50. And that actually worked. That actually taught them good technique, but it was still an issue. And I soon found out that if I wanted to carry on down that road and I wanted to step away from the business and just do the administration side, I would actually need round about 1,000 lawns, and I was only just knocking on halfway there, and I could see that it was going to be a very, very long and stressful road. The problem with ride-ons and self-propelled mowers and things like that is they're great mowers for getting the work done, but when they break down, you can't do anything. You're stuck on the job. You've got to get your ride-on back on the trailer and down to the shop to get fixed. Or if your belt goes on your self-propelled mower, then you've got to get that fixed before you carry on. And the great thing about small mowers is that the only thing that can break down is you. They don't have belts and they don't have gearboxes, and that will make the machine in the long run a lot more reliable. And so what I did is I downsized my business. I think I sold about 350 contracts or something like that, and I just downsized my business and I kept about 100 of the best lawns. And then I found that actually having really small lawns that turned over really good money was actually a really, really good way to run the business. So what my wife and I started doing is we started working 20 hours a week each in this business, and then we found that we could take home just about the same amount of money that we were taking home when we were employing all of these people. And there's a lot less stress involved. And it also gives me time to do things like these videos. It gives me 20 hours of the week to do whatever I want to do. So that's the way it worked for us. I find that with small lawns, you can get in there. You can use smaller equipment. You can get a ton of lawns done in a day. You can earn good money on small lawns, and we're quite happy in our little world doing these small lawns. Now, one thing that I will say before I finish up is this works for us because we're in a town of over 10,000 people. If you were in a place that was smaller, you might struggle to do this business model, or it might take you a lot longer. But anyway, that's all I've got to say. So hope you enjoyed that and get out there, mow lawns, have fun, and happy lawn mowing, people.